We made it to nationals, and that was amazing because we were one of the best. I think at the time it was 4 teams. It was a round robin, actually. So it was the best 4 teams in the whole nation. And so we thought we were just the next best thing since sliced bread. And I think that playing in that tournament was so surreal because you played against other club teams that were so good and at the same level as you that you don't necessarily always get the chance or opportunity to play against, which was so great for us because we were like, wow, these girls are like just as good as us, if not better, and we have to compete at the highest level and play these 3 games, or at that, it was a round robin, so we played the 4. But still, that just reminds me of how competitive I was and my teammates were at that age, which also I think helped me get to the next level. And being that competitive at the club level, I mean, has only helped me, continue to grow in my competitive spirit and level that I'm playing at right now.
The national championships was really, really special. I think that was like the biggest thing I had really won, and that's kind of for youth soccer growing up, that was kind of the ultimate prize. And I think we were always super ambitious in achieving that and to have that happen. And I think what's so special about youth soccer is that it's really your family. The girls that you grow up with become like your sisters, and you do everything, and there's just like such a strong camaraderie there. So to play with a team that you've played for a while with, and with these girls, it's a very special feeling to win something like that.
Those were really great moments because at such a young age, I feel like I was competing for something and really working hard to, perform for my team. And it was no longer just about, whatever the result is the result. I mean, at the end of the day, you win some, you lose some. But that was probably the moments that I was like, whoa, we got to win. We got a state championship on our hands that we could actually bring home. And I think those are really cool moments because, you remember a lot of the times that you win. You try to remember the losses as well because you do learn from them. But at the same time, you want to remember the wins that you have. So state championships were definitely a really important part of my memory.
Our state cup was fun. My team was very competitive. I mean, we had a lot of competition as well, but I can't remember how many we won. Maybe 9, I think, is what we counted with our team, which made it so much fun. That was always like the big goal at the end is win state cup, go to regionals, and go to nationals. And we always fell short going to nationals, which still hurts today to even talk about. But I had so much fun in those tournaments, and my team made it even 10 times better to be a part of.
I get to play now in front of huge crowds.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Shields Overland Park Soccer Complex here in Overland Park, Kansas, site of the 2019 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships. I'm Todd Panula, and I'm here to bring you all of today's exciting 18 and under girls group action, as it's the Lady Lobos Rush, who will be clad in the whites, going against the Blues of 1776 United FC. Lady Lobos Rush, hail from Collierville, Tennessee. 1776 United FC, hail from Wallingford, Pennsylvania. Lady Lobos headed up by Coach Tony McManus, and Sam Griggs heads up United FC. Your starters for Lady Lobos, it's going to be Elizabeth Slavinsky, Jenna Kemp, Sarah Block, Caroline Manley, Sydney Ham, Ashton Story, Campbell Cavisto, Holly Stalls, Lauren Capocaccia, and Meredith Jai. Countered for United FC, their starters are going to be Alex Loomis, Julia Mullaney, Emma Pedrick, Olivia Hamilton, Caitlin Donovan, Reina Kuzemka, Gabrielle Curry, Kaylee Murphy, and Callista Courtney. We're underway here with United FC creating a chance somewhat early here after both teams have had a tiny bit of possession. Hamilton tried to send one in across, in towards the box, brought down by Donovan, ultimately sent away.
Really?
Yeah.
Brought down by Slavinsky. Slavinsky played it right into the foot of Murphy, ends up winning the throw. Lobbed upfield by Murphy. Intercepted on the way through. Murphy watches this one roll into touch. That'll be a throw. United FC doing a little bit better job of pushing into the attacking third. That one was laid back by Forbes. Continued on by Donovan.
I think the white team's from
Back the other direction.
Mexico, I'm guessing.
The Lobos trying to find themselves into the attacking third. Wasn't quite there for Slavinsky. Brought down by Stalls. Up the left wing. Ball's going to stay in, so it's got to be dealt with. Almost intercepted inside the 18-yard box. Now it's put in. Diving attempt at it, and not quite coming up on the end, just a bit too far out of reach. One in the midfield. Up through the right, Slavinsky. That's poked away. Gonna be a corner kick. Just over the top. Comes back outside the 18, sent away. Pressure was being put on. Not enough. Now Forbes. Lunging into that one was Manley.
We're in a GoPro.
Settling into the midfield a little bit now. Slavitsky laid it off. It eventually comes to the near side for Kavisto. The run being made by Block. Not a bad idea, sending that one in across. Gave the goalkeeper something to think about. But ultimately it ended up out for the goal kick. United FC trying to set it up. Now there's some tugging going on. The referee right there saying there was no foul. Coach Griggs and his staff up in arms. Up to the forward line now. Donovan. Kuzemka is making the run up the middle. Donovan to the end line now. Serves it across. It's going for Kuzemka once again. They were looking for some sort of call. None to be had. Donovan. Ooh. Donovan lays it off into the middle, and they score! United FC had been kind of building over the last 30 seconds to a minute, and they finally were able to get that goal with some good setup. Donovan able to take it from the left. I think the goalkeeper might have thought there was a shot coming, as we see here. She was kind of lining it up and then sends it across. And it was just an easy, clinical finish. Kuzemka finished it off in the 8th minute. So now the Lobos have to try to answer. Forbes pushes it back. Still a lot of time left. Got to keep positive in terms of body language. Offside was the call, a flag up very early. Block through the middle, served back. Kemp continued it on. Intended that one to come over here to the right, didn't quite get it there. Murphy. Up through the middle. Trying to step in and make the steal. Capocaccia got in front of that one initially. Kuzemka going a little bit further outside. Block slowed it up, gave it off, filtered on through eventually to Kavisto. Played right into the body of Murphy. Back the other way, but it passed too far behind Donovan. Curling ball to keep it in just along the sideline. Murphy puts it back the other way. Hamilton off the defender. But now we're going back the other way. Slavinsky awkwardly dealt with by the defender, and that's going to lead to a corner kick. Going up to take it is Sarah Block. Is the Lady Lobos rush, trying to find an answer. He goes short with it. Dangerous, but well handled by the goalkeeper. Lady Lobos coming in. They've got a point to their name. 0-0 draw against Celtic FC yesterday. United FC, who currently have the 1-0 lead. They're in desperate need of points here today as they fell by the final score of 2-0 to the Michigan Jaguars yesterday. Sliding it on through to the middle, the flag goes up again. Far wing now, trying to switch it up. Pretty direct ball, but nobody able to get to it for the Lobos. Back the other way. Trying to figure out what to do with Capocaccia. Ultimately, they get out of that jam. Block with it. Back out to Story.
Oh.
Now the long shot coming. Score!
What a strike.
What a drive by Gabriella Curry. She put a solid right foot into it. Looked like it might have kept on rising, but it clipped off the underside of the crossbar, and it's 2-0. So we get another look at it here. Curry just absolutely laced that one right into the upper portion of the goal. No chance for the goalkeeper to get a paw on that one. And it is now 2-0. United FC with a somewhat commanding 2-goal lead. Lobos still trying to find their way into this game. They've created a few pushes upfield, but not really troubled the goalkeeper yet. Slavinsky. The pass ended up too far behind Stalls. Intercepted on the way through. Stalls. Block. Block gives it up. Donovan laid it back. Forbes pushing forward.
Oh. So the 20 yards offside.
Oh, really? I can't really tell from this camera. I'm trying to pay attention to the ball. I'm missing like the whole game.
Over the top. Flag stays down. Here comes Cavisto. Cavisto in the box and just barely tapped away at the last moment. Goalkeeper was unsure whether or not she could pick that one up. Ended up having to just kind of play it out. Lobos able to win back possession with some tough sledding going on here in the middle of the pitch. Set left. Calderoni. Calling for it here is block. Again, United FC seem to have a player in the space every time one of the Lobos is able to pick up possession. Block. Try to put it into the middle. Again, too many blue jerseys in front. Donovan able to avoid the pressure coming from Capicaccia. That one rolls all the way over here towards the near side. Doesn't look like it's going to come out either, so they have to play it up the line. Opportunity for Calderoni, sends one towards goal. One hopper had a little bit of spin on it. English took it back away from the goalkeeper, but not enough in behind to really trouble her. Donovan, the pressure coming from behind. Took a bit of a bump, that was enough to get the whistle. Curry with the last touch, ended up just on for the goalkeeper. Couldn't be brought down by Hamilton. Instead sent it up the pitch with Cavisto. Block. It's the Lady Lobos looking for a little bit of space. Hard to come by right now. Nice little touch on through. It was there for Donovan, but so was the defender. And that was the only thing that messed up that. Forbes has to pull it back. Hamilton. Flag was up again.
Hey, just keep checking it, guys. Keep checking it. The ball in.
Oh.
Lobbed over here towards the near side. Dangerous challenge there, but getting away with it. Kemp towards the top of the area. Defender cleared it out. Capicaccia up over the top of the pursuing player. Going up towards Donovan. A little bit of a back heel. But not enough direction to get it over towards Kuzemka. Back into the middle. Lady Lobos seem to be kind of stuck in the middle third. You going left or right? Once again, 2-0 is your score in favor of 1776 United FC. Brought down by Hamilton. She's going to take it up forward herself. Ran out of space though. Ham. Capicaccia gets around the pressure. Mulaney. Up to Forbes. Players getting a little bit of respite from the sun. Another offside is to call. This time Curry, the offending player. Lobos don't have too much in the way of options. Coming over here towards the sideline. Flag goes up, it was out. Just a bit too much on it to be handled by Block. Flicked on through. Loomis tried to get in on the attack, not quite there for her. Denied at the last moment. Capicaccia trying to get out of trouble here, gives it up to Donovan. Tried to make up her own mistake. To the near side, held in by Ham. 3 players for United FC coming. An advantage played as the Lobos trying to push in on the attack. Here comes Kemp looking for help. Couldn't quite get up for Slavinsky. Tending that one for Ham. Stepped into by Hamilton. Looking for Donovan on the way through. The run hadn't quite started. Ham here on the near wing. Coach McManus trying to switch things up as he's changed the look of his wings a little bit. Slavinsky's already switched sides once or twice. Slavinsky had that one poked away, but it'll stay with Lady Lobos on the throw.
We got a sub.
Fall asleep on him? Sick.
Ham goes short with the throw. Subs coming in for both teams.
Jeez.
Entering for United is Mulaney.
Holy crap. Every other day.
And then coming in for Lobos is BB Harpole.
Yeah. Hey, if you like baseball, it's free baseball.
Step up, you don't get the thrower, sir. You step up to the next
A lot of free baseball. Soccer's a little bit more exciting. Yeah.
90 minutes times
Looking
5.
for Forbes. Another header, this time by Sacchetti.
Yeah. Shit. You do college soccer? Okay.
Calmly taken down by Sacchetti. Another opportunity for Herb. Forbes run into Lady Lobos coming up.
Shoot.
Now a long shot. Took an awkward hop on the way through, but ultimately a calm save. Now the counterattack coming.
Oh, pass it left. What are you doing?
Serving it up here to the near side. Mulaney will race down to it. Mulaney slows it up, sees what she's got in terms of options, puts it towards the top of the box, in towards the middle. Now a right-footed shot off the post. Another opportunity for Curry. And this time it goes off the woodwork. Slavinsky headed all the way towards the box, but not much further. United FC with a 2-goal lead, trying to just calmly keep possession. Donovan played it around the defender. She's got the wheels to keep it in. She does so. And
that was not out.
The assistant referee said that it cleared the line, so it'll be a throw-in. Going to have a throw or a substitution coming in for United FC, Cynthia Sheehy. She comes in for Courtney. Harpole kind of put the heel up in the air, was able to come up with that one. And a free kick eventually given. As United FC continue to build here. Lady Lobos have played decent in spurts. It's been the 2 goals for United FC that have made the difference. Slavinsky picks it up in the middle of the pitch, goes out left. Coming back through the middle, Kuzemka slides it on through. Now an attempt here. Sacchetti slows it up, puts it back on the right foot, goes out even wide. Trying to get it over for Sheehy. Throw in going to favor United FC as they put it back into the box. Just trying to clip it back off the defender, unsuccessful in doing so, so it's going to be a quick goal kick taken. Up through the middle, smartly coming back to get a piece of it. On for Harpole. Back to the goalkeeper. Kemp with pressure coming on. Mulaney. Sacchetti now with the pressure for United. That one ultimately touched out. Slavinsky slowed up. Allows defensive numbers to recover now for United. Up the left wing and ultimately played out. Stalls. Puts it over here onto the right. Good job by Forbes to play that one up the line. Mulaney. Donovan. On through Sacchetti. If she can get there, defender first. Going up the gut. Served up by Stalls. She was looking here to the near side. Wanted to get it to Harpole. Chasing it down. Julia Mulaney gave it off to the goalkeeper as she sends it out.
Ooh.
No call on the contact. Kara Mulaney puts it up to Sacchetti. And that one's going to escape. Just a little too far past Murphy. Donovan fouled from behind. Free kick coming to United FC. Out of air under the ball from Murphy. Bouncing around off the head ball. Kuzemka couldn't quite get enough on that one. Comes out wide now. Jai. Kemp gave it on through. Jai calling for it here on the wing. Instead, they give it to Harpole. Harpole finds a bit of space inside the 18. Harpole going for that far post. Kemp,
You're the second.
right up the gut, intercepted.
Back turn.
Teams trading possession back and forth. 2-0. Your score in favor of United FC. An 8th-minute goal from was the initial opener. And then Gabriella Curry with the second goal of the game after that by a few minutes.
Step, Jenna. Step, Jenna, to the next one. Step to the next one. Come off of that, Becca. Hey, good play, well done. Good work, good. Very good.
The free kick coming on the near side of half. Murphy laces it back the other direction. Brought down by Sicchetti. Forbes, back heel from Donovan. Just a little bit heavy on that last touch. Up through the middle, intercepted by Curry. Brought down, back the other way for Lady Lobos. Rushing in onto the attack is Gargoni. Couldn't quite get there first.
Oh, yeah.
Capcacha.
Nice and sunburnt.
Harpole. Forbes ran into Harpole.
Okay.
Hey, stepless. Right cross. Good ball. Right central tap. Get there. Just away it. That's what I'm waiting for.
Looking for Sicchetti in the box. Right foot shot was blocked. Back the other way for Harpole. Gives it up. Jai. Through the middle. Calderoni. Slavinsky was there, but the pass wasn't quite. Harpole. Back for Kemp. Kemp gets it a second time. A little bit more space. To the outside, Slavinsky. Slavinsky gonna go for goal. Gonna go over the top. Making the run was Kuzemka. The ball never got over. Good defending. Kara able to win that. Another opportunity.
Oh.
Now played into the box. 1v1 with the keeper, but the ball was a little too close. Confident goalkeeping to come out and make the grab.
Jenna, Rebecca, somebody's got to take the chance and be there. Hey, Jen, come.
United makes the steal, coming up through the middle.
Stay up, Cap. Stay up, Cap.
Possession given right back. Lady Lobos working up the left, looking for Slavinsky. Instead, it was taken the other direction. Kuzemka had it knocked out from behind. Donovan, who's in more of a midfield role at the moment. The permission to roam forward.
Maya, adjust with the line. Look how deep that one is. Good, Caroline. Get around her, Sky.
Slavinsky called for the foul. Substitution going to check in for Lady Lobos, one available. Abby Johnson will come into the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you.
Kazemka looking at the official, thinking she was harmed. It was all just 50-50 play. Jai looking for options. Comes outside. Gargoni. Gargoni just avoids the referee with that pass in through the middle. Sent outfield by Harpole. Slavinsky cutting out towards the outside. Never got it there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come on, Emma, together. Up together.
United trying to push forward as a unit. Lady Lobos able to break through just a little bit. Slavinsky. Garner was looking for Slavinsky again. Murphy. Forbes to the outside for Sheehy. Trying to keep it alive was Curry. Back the other way for Lady Lobos. Up through the middle. Kemp with a few options, trying to go up the gut.
Hey, well done. Good runs, ladies. That's all right. Drop behind the ball. Just drop behind the ball and get organized now. Maya, drop all the way in the central. Just delay.
Shot came in, solid save, getting down, smothering that one. Again, the actual chances so far favoring United FC. They've already got a 2-0 lead.
Bob, we don't need you here. We need you inside where we can play opposite.
A bit of a coming together here on the near side. Foul called against Chai, gives a free kick to United. 1 minute of additional time going to be tacked on to the end of this half. Coming up the near sideline, Gargoni. Trying to slow it up just a little bit, let help come. Defender stepped in, Murphy able to win it. Sacchetti. And the foul was called. And there is the halftime whistle, so we go into the break with 1776 United FC leading Lady Lobos Rush by a score of 2-0. The goals came fairly early in the half, and then everything kind of settled into a back and forth affair after that. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have your second half of action. More from Shields Overland Park Soccer Complex just after this.
My UMKC one wears out. I got a new one. Oh, my ears hurt so bad.
Today's match is brought to you by AE Engine, AmericanEagle.com, Bag Tags,
I need to get down.
Target, Chipotle Mexican Grill, Expanda Brand, Dick's Sporting Goods, MLS, NCSA, Nike, Positive Coaching Alliance, Premier International Tours, Soccer Shots, Sunmade, TA Petro, United Soccer Coaches, U.S. Soccer Federation, Wilson Trophy Company.
We made it to nationals, and that was amazing because we were one of the best. I think at the time it was 4 teams. It was a round robin, actually. So it was the best 4 teams in the whole nation, and so we thought we were just the next best thing since sliced bread. And I think that playing in that tournament was so surreal because you played against other club teams that were so good and at the same level as you that you don't necessarily always get the chance or opportunity to play against, which was so great for us because we were like, wow, these girls are like just as good as us, if not better, and we have to compete at the highest level and play these 3 games, or at that, it was a round robin, so really the 4. But still, that just reminds me of how competitive I was and my teammates were at that age, which also I think helped me get to the next level. And being that competitive at the club level, I mean, has only helped me, continue to grow and my competitive spirit and level that we're playing at right now.
The national championships was really, really special. I think that was like the biggest thing I had really won, and that's kind of for youth soccer growing up, that was kind of the ultimate prize. And I think we were always super ambitious in achieving that and to have that happen. And I think what's so special about youth soccer is that it's really your family, the girls that you grow up with become like your sisters, and you do everything. And there's just like such a strong camaraderie there. So to play with a team that you've played for a while with, and with these girls, it's a very special feeling to win something.
Those were really great moments because at such a young age, I feel like I was competing for something and really working hard to, perform for my team. And it was no longer just about, whatever the result is the result. I mean, at the end of the day, you win some, you lose some. But that was probably the moments that I was like, whoa, we got to win. We got a state championship on our hands that we could actually bring home. And I think those are really cool moments because, you remember a lot of the times that you win. You try to remember the losses as well because you do learn from them. But at the same time, you want to remember the wins that you have. So state championships were definitely a really important part of my memory.
Our state cup was fun. My team was very competitive. I mean, we had a lot of competition as well, but I can't remember how many we won. Maybe 9, I think, is what we counted with our team, which made it so much fun. That was always like the big goal at the end is win state cup, go to regionals, and go to nationals. And we always fell short going to nationals, so it still hurts today to even talk about. But I had so much fun in those tournaments, and my team made it even 10 times better to be a part of.
I get to play now in front of huge crowds and with all this spotlight and attention, and I don't think I'll ever have that feeling that I did going through my U14 national championship. I remember winning state cup. I can tell you how I scored, what the score was. I remember going to Hawaii. That was our regionals, Region 4, and I remember that national championship. And I think that it stays with me so much because it was about camaraderie. It was about growing and learning who you were and making these lifelong bonds.
My name is Tony McManus. We are the 01 Lady Lobos Rush out of Memphis, Tennessee. We were here in the finals last year. Unfortunately, did not finish it out, but that gave us a little bit of motivation going into this year.
It's been crazy, and it's just been like really hard because everybody here is so good, and everybody is good because they win their state cup, and so there are other ways to get in, and so it's been really difficult. But we pushed through it, and we were able to come out on top.
For us, it's a little difficult because we work with a lot of underprivileged kids, kids that can't afford to really play at big clubs. So we're very small. We haven't been around very long. We put in a lot of work with the kids. We pick them up. We've been working with these guys, just try to give them a future, something to look forward to, get them out the streets, put them in a place where they can come and just have fun, meet other kids, and train hard, and just give them a goal, whether it's college or to the next level. So we've been very successful at doing that at this level. So it's been a great process.
1935, the year that Elvis and Sandy Koufax were born. It was a year of many firsts, including the first NFL draft, the first Monopoly board game went on sale, Social Security began, and Babe Ruth hit his last home run. In addition to these milestones, the National Junior Challenge Cup was founded in 1935, offering a youth competition for young men in the United States. The cup was later named the James P. McGuire Cup, after the late U.S. soccer president, who himself was quite a standout in his earlier days, winning the U.S. Open Cup in 1929. McGuire would lead U.S. soccer and earn an international reputation as an excellent leader.
The Jim McGuire Cup was started in 1935. It was the only cup that the United States Soccer Federation had for youth players. And it was a very good competition, and I can tell you, I mean, this was the highlight of my soccer career to be a champion in 1954.
This storied cup, now the oldest trophy in youth sport.
It has a history, it has a meaning, I think it has tradition. So I think it's extremely important for our competitions, for all the age groups that kind of emulate the McGuire Cup.
Winning the McGuire Cup is huge, just because all that history that comes along with the oldest trophy in youth sports period, that's really big for us.
Who will write their name in the next chapter of the storied McGuire Cup?
This tournament, it's great competition. I mean, you just have to work. All these teams belong here. All these teams work to get here.
So the competition was fantastic from start to finish, and when you get to play in a facility like this, it makes it even more worthwhile traveling the 6.5 hours to get here.
We sacrificed a lot, time, and like our summer. So I really think that if we keep with that, we'll be on pace for a great time at nationals.
Just an overall great performance. Came out in the second half, was able to close it out and get that regional victory that we wanted.
Benefits of this level are huge. The college exposure is second to none for these guys. They're all able to get recruited and achieve the goals that they want to when they set out to actually sign up to play club sports and make a team. They're able to get those opportunities.
I think having something to play for is a real benefit to these girls, not just showcases, it's competition. Everyone wants to win. You play competitive sports because you want to win.
And welcome back to Shields Overland Park Soccer Complex. 18 and under girls action, group action between Lady Lobos Rush and 1776 United FC. United with a 2-0 lead, getting 2 goals within the first 15 minutes or so. Lady Lobos are going to be hard-pressed to try to answer in this second half, but definitely have the talent to do so. They created a few chances throughout that first half, but mostly it was United FC pushing towards goal as they look to send it in on the attack again. Almost miscommunication there. Again, another opportunity. Samish able to come out. She is the new goalkeeper now for Lady Lobos. Seen quite a few teams in today's competitions switching up goalkeepers at halftime. Not necessarily even for anything bad, just to get a bit of a different look, extra playing time. Now racing up the sideline, stepping in, Sacchetti. She was denied. Ham looking for a little bit of open space now. As Lady Lobos pushing up onto the attack, going up through the middle. Stalls looking out towards the right. Defender found it instead. And then Stalls with a little bit of a grab, and that drew the whistle. Garner goes short with the free kick. All the way back for Samish. Trying to find room over on the right. Stalls. Just making the run. Ends up out of play. Another opportunity to push forward here for Lady Lobos. They try to get it outside to Ham. Garner, little step over move, drags it back into the right. Stalls, bumped off the ball, no call. Back over to the right. Block. Shot came in. 4 minutes played in the second half. Still 2-0 is the scoreline. Harpole continuing to put on some pressure. All the way out now. Courtney able to get it up to Sheehy. Offside. Sacchetti just a little bit too far back. Fan over on the far side rather boisterous in disagreement. Wouldn't quite settle down for Ham. She tries to run into it, guarding it closely is Pedrick. Pedrick does a nice job to keep it in along the sideline. Intercepted on the way through. Capicaccia able to get in front of it. Now it's on for Ham. Ham gets it back from Stalls, making the run over on the far side. Just a bit too much on it. Got an injured player down for Lady Lobos. Looked like it may have been a leg issue. Lady Lobos coming in to today, the South Region champions. A record of 4-0-1 in that competition. Ending their tournament with a 3-0 win over Coral Gables Storm. The team that currently leads 1776 United FC. They were the Eastern champions, undefeated in that competition, 5-0-0, with a 3-0 win over Beedling in the final. Sub coming in back into the game will be Elizabeth Slavinsky. So I think they were wanting a little bit more of this half to pass by before having to put her back in. But forcing their hand. It's the Lady Lobos looking for a turn of events that's going to favor them. So right now it's mainly been United FC in control. A few flashes here and there for the team out of Collierville. But so far today it hasn't quite been their day. So Cavisto was the injured player that came out. Seemed like it was a pretty bad cramp. Hopefully nothing more. Keep an eye on that, see if she can return for later games. This one in towards the 6-yard box. Defenders ultimately dealt with it, and it'll be a goal kick. United getting it back into play rather quickly. Slavinsky was a little bit wise to it, forces another goal kick. Clearing it out from the back. Lady Lobos looking for any kind of space over on the far side. Slavinsky serves one across the box, and it was spotted at the top of the 18. A nice header to keep that one away. Calls for handball. Referee not having any of it. Sheehy leaves it off and then gets the return pass. A little bit of a feint and then pushing out towards the wing for Courtney. And Capicaccia was in good position and drew the foul as well. Ham right into the defender. Good positioning for Pedrick as she takes it off the other way. Curling ball finds Sheehy, but the offside flag was up. Sheehy runs into the path of the ball, tries a little drop pass. They come through the middle. Kemp. Now with Ham, overlapping run was about to come. Garner puts it back in. Kemp got a little bit of a bump from behind. Now a long curling shot, but it dipped at the last moment and right into the hands of the goalkeeper. One in the midfield, off the head of Kuzemka. Looking for Sheehy. Now it's on through Kuzemka. Bump from behind, and no call coming. Samish looking for options, goes up through the middle. Ham open here on the left, and they find her. Had to kind of wait for that ball to get there. Take it off the foot of Garner. '58th minute. 2-0 your score. Both goals coming early in the first half. Kemp to Garner. Garner looking for a return pass if she can catch up to it before the end line. Flag stays down, so it did stay in. Defenders dealt with it in the 6-yard area. Kemp whacking at it, keeps it alive. Sacchetti able to get that one in from behind, and then the goal kick was earned. Takes a bounce that favors Lady Lobos. Kemp brings it down, then stolen away by Sacchetti. Kuzemka played it right into the defender in front of her. United trying to regroup. Courtney has it taken away by Ham, but then she walled off the run. One in the midfield by Harpole, was trying to send it up top to Stalls. Slavinsky laid it back. Block up the wing. Back for Slavinsky. He's able to sidestep the defender. Watches it roll into touch. out for the goal kick. About half an hour left. Lady Lobos still putting in some good energy. They just need that one little breakthrough to give them a glimmer of hope. Far sideline doesn't get quite up far enough for Stalls. Played up towards the box, but not quite connecting with the run of Ham. Pedrick back to the goalkeeper. Lobs it up towards midfield. Coming back is Kozemka. Stealing it for a moment was Garner. Manley able to take it back. Now it's all the way back for Samish. Garner. Miscommunication there, gives it back. Courtney. Taken down. Calderoni gives it up. Here comes Kemp. Lays it through the box. A chance. And not taken one time by Stalls. And now she stumbled on a shot attempt. And all that build-up comes to nothing. We're in the end. The Lobos with an opportunity, you saw it. There was a lot of good build-up through there, some good passing, finding the open spaces. But in the end, they just couldn't find that final touch towards goal. And hesitation was what did them in the end. Substitution about to come in for Lady Lobos, as it's going to be Ashton Story. A matching sub will be made by United, as one of the goal scorers, Gabriella Curry, will come back into the game after a bit of an extended break after halftime. Sub not recognized by the official early enough. He'll do it on the next opportunity. Sheehy sees it go the other way after she had one possession in the midfield. Running onto it now is Julia Mullaney, trying to slow up Slavinsky over on the far side. Steps on it, brings it back. Mullaney dives into it. Gives up the corner kick, but she had to be well timed on that challenge, because if a player goes down, that's going to be an interesting decision for any official. Substitutions will be made. Lady Lobos sending their substitute off over the end line, trying to save as much time as possible as they get this corner kick opportunity. Coming from the far side, trying to swing it out into a dangerous area. Good air underneath it. Goalkeeper spills it. It's there, down on the ground for Kemp, but she couldn't really turn her body to get in front of it. United goes short with it. We'll do it all over again. Coach McManus, a little bit wise to the short goal kicks now, setting his players up a little bit further, forcing them to put it out into play. Ends up being a wise decision as that's intercepted by Story. Garner hemmed in along the sideline. Story plays it out and earns the throw. Coming up the near sideline, Sheehy. Sheehy again, one time through the middle. They were trying to connect on a triplet of passes in through to Courtney, but the last missed kick was taken by Loomis. A little bit of space in the middle for Story. Comes up through the middle, served out to the right. Stalls, finds Slavinsky. Served back in. Kind of an awkward claim there by the goalkeeper, but as long as you get the job done. Brought down by Loomis. Forbes. Out to the left. One touch pass to Curry. She peels it back. Looking for Courtney here on the outside. Back through the middle. Lobbing one to the right again for Courtney on the left foot. Wanted to get it in the middle. Sheehy! And that one just glides wide of goal. Much the same as we saw from the Lobos about 5 minutes ago or so. A lot of good build-up, and then ultimately the final ball wasn't quite there. Substitution coming in. Meredith Nye will enter the game. So Nye replaces Stalls. And Nye will take up her usual left back spot, and that pushes Gardner up front. Throw in coming up for United. And they put it in. Lobos finding a little bit of space. That dried up rather quickly. '70th minute, roughly 20 minutes and change left to go here in regulation. Probably have a minute or two added on at the end at least. There was that injury earlier in the half that forced Slavinsky to come back in the game earlier than they would have liked. Kavisto with the potential muscle injury, perhaps just a cramp. Smarter people than I have the answers to that question. Story tried to hand it off to Calderoni. All the way to the outside. Lady Lobos win it back along the sideline. Did a good job to serve one in. Looking for Gardner. She was cutting in. The goalkeeper was quick out to claim it. Nye up through the middle. A little too hard from Harpole, looking for Gardner. Curry flies it over towards the left. Kara Mulaney running under it. Defender got there first, plays it out. It'll be a throw. Maya Gargoni is going to check into the game for Lady Lobos. Sending it about 16 yards away from goal. Not quite far enough. Bit of a sweep there, took out the feet of Courtney. No real intent, so no need to brandish any card. Just a quick admonishing. Line drive, headed away by Nye. Goes out over here on the near sideline. That'll allow the Lobos to have their substitution. Gargoni replaces Garner. Nye. All the way back for Samish. Offs one over towards the far side. Trying to quick passes. It's not coming off the foot the right way. Lobos pushing up Slavinsky. Trying to outrace Mulaney. Mulaney gets there first. United back onto the attack as they slide one through the middle. Here comes Courtney. Flag stayed down the whole time. It was played back to Samish. She was kind of in an awkward position, but able to knock her way out of it. Slavinsky in a tussle. Couldn't quite come up with it. Nye. All the way up. Gargoni. Nye has to come back up from the left back spot. Looped one over the top, but wasn't quite on the same page as Kemp as she had cut out towards the wing. Now here's Donovan. Donovan with Kuzemka making a run towards the middle. Donovan past the player. Donovan, score! 3-0 in favor of United FC. Donovan triples the lead in the 76th minute of play. Just about 14 minutes left. So despite the fact that United FC came into this game with no points and no goals, they have come out and really asserted themselves in this contest. If the scoreline holds the same, United FC would have turned a 2-goal negative difference into a 1-goal positive one, having lost 2-0 yesterday and potentially winning 3-0 here today. Lobos hoping to at least get a goal, maybe even 2 before the end of this one. Obviously, it would sting to not get a point, but in the end, goal difference can make a big difference. So any kind of score that they can put past the goalkeeper would be well worth it. Calderoni sends it off and then gets it back. Calling for it in the midfield was Story, but instead they went forward. She gets it in the end. And then we get a foul. The free kick will be in favor of Lady Lobos. Drive in. That didn't miss by much. Slavinsky tried her luck at goal. And at this stage of the game, with this little amount of time remaining, not a bad idea to put that one towards goal. Looking over at the sideline, and Campbell Cavisto walking around a little less gingerly than she came off the field, so hopefully that bodes well for her for the rest of this tournament. Moving up the field is Kemp. Story with an eye over here on the side. All never quite got there. Punched over the top. Kuzemka putting on some good pressure. Then she peeled away once the goalkeeper got it. Samish giving the body language as though she didn't like the options her teammates were giving her. Story outworked at least for a moment. Gets it on the second attempt. Curry able to come back and get to it. Lobs one over to Kuzemka. She's inside the 18. Giving it a little bit of a shove. And coming up with it is Nye. Solid defending. She took the contact. Slavinsky calling out directions, pushing out to the outside. That's actually Kemp. Slavinsky's in the middle. Lobbing one over the top, looking for Slavinsky. Not a bad ball, a little too much height underneath it, but it gives the goalkeeper something to think about. Flicked on by Mulaney. Lady Lobos in possession. Kemp, Slavinsky to the outside. Awkward collision. The throw-in will favor the Lady Lobos as they will make a substitution. Abby Johnson will come into the game. And Johnson comes in. She replaces Kemp. Put in a lot of good effort up top. Mulaney able to step up and win that one. Wasn't quite there for Curry. Kara Mulaney bringing it up the left-hand side. Backheels it around the defender, but then didn't quite get to it on the second attempt. Be a corner kick from the far side. Just about 7 minutes left in this half, unofficially. Slavinsky had her possession stolen. United bringing it over here to the near side as that's Julia Mulaney in towards the middle, but the flag is up. So offside the call. The question there from the United bench was whether or not there was a touch on the way through, and if there had not been, whether the player would have been onside. It was going to be close either way. But the assistants are actually right more than fans tend to think. We like to give them a lot of guff, but offside's one of the more difficult decisions to make. This one floats up and just wide. Story wins it in the midfield. Looking for Gargoni. Played back over the top, too tall for Slavinsky. Nye was putting on a little bit of pressure. Samish well out of her goal. Thought about coming out to get that one. Instead, the ball was played to her with Donovan putting on pressure. Harpole. Gargoni was calling for it. Naya's pushed further up the field as they've gone temporarily to a back three. Johnson laces one up the line. Now a good run up the wing. Getting onto it. Calderoni centered it. Slavinsky had it cut out. Curry back the other way. Forbes this time. A little under 4 minutes to go here in regulation. United FC looking for more. Going to ground. The referee says no. Pops up through the air. Brought down by Kozemka. Coming over here to the near side. Was looking up for Courtney. Couldn't hook up. Gargoni through the midfield. Now Johnson. Continues it on. Calderoni. Slavinsky. Slowing up just a bit. Johnson. Looking for Calderoni. All the way back was Capacaccia. Johnson bumped off of it. Now open space in front for Kozemka. Her team already up by 3. Slows it up just a bit. Serves one into the box. Looking for the run. Wasn't quite there. Taken off the foot of Loomis. Lady Lobos in possession. A good cross in. Slavinsky was there, but the goalkeeper cut it out before she could get a piece. Nye comes up to put on the pressure. Passed around by Courtney. Kozemka serves one up. Donovan. Donovan puts it on the right. Sliding out nicely is Capacaccia to take that one away. Gargoni with the pressure on. Couldn't do much with it. Three minutes of additional time will be tacked down to the end of this one. Lobbing one over the top. Once again, Lady Lobos able to get a touch onto it, but not much more. This hasn't been their day quite. Kozepka wins it and then shoots wide. I don't think she knew how much time she had. Once the goalkeeper was out of position, there was absolutely nobody that was going to defend that goal. Couple players running back from the middle of the pitch, but not sure they would have been able to do much with it. Taken away by Pedrick. Kozemka back for Pedrick on the right. Pedrick just going to take it out towards the corner. And now she'll slow it up, just trying to kill off some time. Kept in along the line. And the goal kick given up. One minute into a possible 3 minutes of stoppage time. Nye puts one up through the middle. Back to midfield. Johnson sends it slightly right. Calderoni continues it on. Courtney able to keep it in along the sideline. Kuzemka won it initially. Nye does a good job of holding her up. Closing in on the end of this one. Harpole gave a bit of a shove to Courtney. Official right there, though. And that will do it. The final whistle goes. 3-0 is the final in favor of 1776 United FC. The team out of Wallingford, Pennsylvania, picks up their first 3 points of the tournament after losing in their first game. They turn it around in this one, and they are victorious in the end. Lady Lobos Rush are stuck on 1 point, so they're going to have a lot to do come tomorrow, given some of the other results, to try to punch their ticket into the knockout round. But I don't believe they're, as of yet, eliminated by any means. Once you get that point, you kind of keep yourself alive usually until the very last day. But that will do it for our coverage here this afternoon. Once again, the final 1776 United FC 3, Lady Lobos Rush 0. For everybody at Turbo Sports, we thank you for watching this afternoon's contest. Goodbye from Shields Overland Park Soccer Complex. Until the next time, we'll see you then.